Guys, I'm sure you have a few tricks to last longer and to keep your partner satisfied, right? But sometimes those tricks can distract you from enjoying the moment. Right now, they have KY Duration, an endurance enhancer that helps men temporarily prolong the time till ejaculation.
Wow.
Make it last long.
Make it last forever.
Hey.
It's designed by the experts at KY, so you can trust that it has an FDA-approved active ingredient to help you take control so you can extend the pleasure for you and your partner. Pick up your KY Duration today. Available at all major mass retailers, drugstores, and grocery stores, as well as online with Amazon. KY Duration is an over-the-counter product used as directed. Lip service. All right, y'all. What's good? It's Angela Yee.
I'm Gigi McGuire.
I'm L'Oreal.
And we are revisiting with one of our former guests who was here super early on when we were doing lip service. Ralph Sutton is here.
Thanks for having me back.
Yes, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. He has his own podcast too. And you're a columnist. And I was reading some of your articles, but we'll get into that in a second.
Sure.
But first of all, we want to thank you for coming. Let's have a toast to that. It's Friday.
Hey, here.
Thanks for the tequila, lady.
Yum.
No problem.
Tequila Friday.
Now, I want to start it. Should we start off with a surprise or should we get to it later?
I think you put them in such a good mood. Why wouldn't you start with that?
Oh, but wait, it's Friday the 13th. Y'all didn't say that. Happy
It
Friday
is
the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
Right. Well, in case y'all don't listen on Friday, it could be any day. But yes, we are
today.
recording this on Friday the 13th. So
Yes,
some of
it
the
is.
topics will be from today. Are you scared of Friday the 13th or something?
I'm born on the 13th, so that's my lucky day, I always say.
And my birthday is January 3rd, which is 13.
That's funny.
Yeah.
My mom was born on the 13th.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, it's a lucky number.
No, Gigi
I don't have
no
any
13th.
Gigi like stories.
And Friday the 13th is always good because that means that you get paid on that Friday because the 15th will be on a Sunday. So we get paid on the 15th. And on,
Oh, so you get paid early. I get that.
yeah, so I got paid today.
Oh, that's
So
good.
you like, so it is
So I
a
bought
good
pizza
day.
for everybody. And tequila.
Does that mean that
That
if
means
it's
this
the
is a
12th,
party.
you won't get paid till the following week?
We get paid on Monday, yeah.
Oh, Monday. Okay.
Yeah, you get paid on Monday.
yeah.
But yeah, so Friday the 13th has always been good for me because I get paid early,
That's good.
if that matters.
Good luck day, like I said, see?
Yes.
So tell us our motherfucking surprise.
You know what? I actually kind of like suspense. So
No,
let's get into
now I'm
the
on the
show.
edge of on the couch.
You on the edge of the couch?
You look like you're leaning back.
I was just telling them that so they could think that. Thanks, Ange.
Now, I wanted to talk to Ralph about this show, and I see what you guys think about it on Lifetime, right? I think it's like the 7th season, and it's called Married at First Sight. Have you heard of this show?
I've heard of it because my producer's obsessed with all those ridiculous dating shows. The 90 Day Fiancé is another
Yes,
one
I
from
watched
that. And Married at First Sight. She loves all of those shows.
Now, tell me what you think about this and if you would try this, right? Or if you is this romantic or is this stupid? So the point of the show is couples get married but they've never met the person before. So they have people that like do all this vetting. It's kind of like an arranged marriage.
There's a vetting process?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, they're arranged by professionals,
Right.
And they go by like their personalities and their likes and dislikes, and they put them together as if they're compatible.
And then
It
after
doesn't
8
always
weeks,
work.
the show follows you for like the first 8 weeks of your marriage because you haven't met this person.
You
get
literally
married.
meeting on the altar.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And
No,
then
it's not.
for 8
Yes.
weeks, they follow you. And then at the end of that, you can either stay together or get divorced.
Or get divorced. Right.
That's
Wow.
Is it annulled or divorced after?
Well,
8 weeks?
no,
Annulled, right?
it's
Yeah.
annulled.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think that it's a sad statement of what we live in this reality show world, that everyone will do anything just
For
to get on
TV.
television.
But these are people that have tried to be in relationships and it hasn't worked out. It is really an arranged marriage.
Yeah, but I guarantee you, if the cameras were not involved, 90% of the people that are doing it would
Wouldn't
not
do
be
it.
doing it.
But arranged marriages last sometimes longer than, regular.
Yeah, because it's all they know. They don't
I
know
would
that they can get
trust-
out of it. It's like saying cults last. Just
No, but you know what? My cousin was in an arranged marriage since she was 16. Half of my family's Muslim. So, but they're still together. They have a lot of kids. I stopped counting after 6.
And they
Wow.
love each
Wow.
other.
They love each other. She
I
loves
would let a professional matchmaker match me.
I've
based
tried
on
matchmakers.
compatibility.
Have you?
But I don't know about
Did they nail it?
to marry, to just marry at first sight. Like I think that's a little bit extreme. I think I agree
What's
with
the
Ralph. I think
average age
people
of the
are
show?
doing it.
What's the average
for
age of the
TV.
contestants or the whatever?
They're in their 20s.
In their
20s to
20s?
30s.
What the fuck? fuck? Bitch, you
think
gotta
they'd
go
be
on
in their
Tinder.
40s
No,
if they were
they're
giving
like-
up at
It'll
this
be like
point.
70.
They're like
Listen,
27
this
to
hasn't worked out thus
37 or
far.
something like that.
If you don't slide in
No,
somebody's
they are.
DM,
They're like 27 to 37 or something like
And
that.
that's why I really feel it's for the fame. It's not for
They're
the
like
love.
28.
One couple
29.
stayed married though.
Out of how many?
3.
70,000.
3. So
Last
oh, wow.
season.
That's-
Yeah.
Oh, so it's the whole
Oh,
season.
they follow you. They follow you. Oh,
Okay,
that's
okay.
interesting. It's one couple per season?
It's 3 couples per season.
3 couples per
Okay,
season.
so all these seasons, how many motherfuckers
I don't
stay
know.
together?
I don't know.
That's what I want to
Probably
know.
about 1 per season. I've seen a season where 1 couple stayed together.
Right.
I would
It was
love
a
to
young
know.
black couple.
That's better than the statistics of marriage.
That's a fact.
in general.
Yeah, on all those ridiculous marrying dating shows, whether it's The Bachelorette or whatever, I'd love to know what the overall average is for how many of them stay together.
Me too.
What if they had a show where you just had to they hook you up to have sex for a night with somebody who you're
Wasn't
sexually
that
compatible with?
Temptation
they're-
Island? Wasn't that
They're
bad?
having sex though, aren't they?
Some of the
But they're
married
married.
guys.
That's different.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
but some of them wait.
If
Some
they
of them
had like a
don't.
one night stand show
And
where
it's
it's like
always
we're
like
going
the
to hook
women.
you up with the perfect
that
one
would be
night
called
stand.
was it Flavor Flav for the love
For the
of
love of-
chance? All of those
Real chance.
Rock of Love.
Real chance.
Rock
of
of
love.
Rock of Love.
Rock of Love.
He slept with almost every one of those
This-
girls.
they all sleep with everybody on there. And don't they say opposites attract? So what do you mean a professional matches up their personalities? Like that's weird to me.
Because maybe it's what you're looking for or what
You don't watch Millionaire Matchmaker?
I don't be believing that bitch.
Is that show still on?
I think so.
Okay. I find
I
that
don't know. I used to watch it.
I used to watch it faithfully.
I tried a matchmaker once. I've been single for a long time, and it did not like everyone. And
they're
they're expensive too.
They are.
Yeah, they
and
are.
it just
The good ones.
it was awful. She showed me 3 people, and I hated all of them, and I canceled the contract.
Was it Queer Eye for the Straight Guy? Was that your
Yeah.
matchmaker?
You know, I was on that show, right?
I know, that's why I said that.
I thought you were just mentioning it because I'm so damn cute. Yeah, no, when even that they did that was a nonsense. That was actually my friend.
I
I
used
did
to
not know that
love
girl
that show.
at all, but they set me up with her, and she was supposed to be like not a stripper. So at the time I was a strip club DJ,
And you like strippers.
and
from what they said.
it's a weird thing because like if I'm sure in whatever other than this job, whatever job you have, you tend to gravitate towards people that work around you. People
Right.
date in the
'Cause I
office.
see you.
True.
That's what it is.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah,
sure.
I
I'm
worked
around
at a
you.
strip club 5 days a week. Who else am I going to date? The bouncer? So I'm going to date the girl. But they were supposed to introduce me to this like wholesome, normal, nice girl, and we're still friends to this day. But at the time, she had a cocaine problem.
Wow.
She like would show up crazy high, and she was a lunatic.
At least it wasn't crack.
Yeah, that's true. But it just shows you that just because a girl is a stripper doesn't mean she's a bad person. You know, and I don't understand why that was considered, oh my God, we got to introduce her to him to a real woman. You know?
Well, you know what? I'm glad you said that because you actually did an article about how you can date a pole princess.
Yes, that's true.
Pole Princess.
Now, Gigi, tell us how true these are because Gigi's a former stripper.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
Pole
good. Yeah,
princess.
I'd love to hear your take on how close I am to being right.
Okay, so I'm sure you remember your own
I don't remember
steps.
my own articles.
Okay,
to be honest.
step one.
I have verbal diarrhea all the time.
Tell me if this is true. Don't be a customer. He said, don't get dances. Don't go to the VIP room for a maybe she'll touch it kind of dance. Once you become a dollar sign, you'll forever be a dollar sign. Buy her a drink, tell her you're unwinding from a rough day at work, but don't get a dance. Be flirty and friendly.
Wait, what is this scenario?
The scenario,
The bag of
You're
poles.
trying
If
to
you're-
date a pole princess.
if you go to a strip club and you immediately start spending money on dances, the girl sees you as a customer.
Okay.
And why would you ruin that relationship with taking them out to dinner? Because the whole idea of strip clubs is the fantasy and the allure
Right.
of maybe getting that girl to like you.
Now, so you saying don't spend money at all or don't spend a lot?
I'm saying take her out to
Don't get
buy her drinks, be sociable. But if you're spending money on dances,
Okay.
you
In
are
the
a
back room,
customer.
you're a customer.
And why would a girl ruin that relationship? Especially
I want you
these
to keep
days.
coming back and
It's hard
spend.
enough to find customers these days.
Right.
So
That's
why would you
true.
give that up?
That's true, but you also want her to know you're interested, and you don't want her to think that, like it's like if you can't look out for me while you know I'm working,
Right.
why
but what about
would I want to
and
spend
I would say
time
that.
with
I said
you?
go on a slow night.
But that's why I said that. That's
Yeah.
why I had to
Okay,
make
that was
sure
another
that
step. Go on a
Yeah,
slow
yeah.
night.
Oh, wait,
That was
wait, you're
step
getting
2.
ahead of yourself.
No. Okay,
No,
so
I'm
I just
joking.
No,
want
it
to
makes sense. She
I'm
said he said go
joking.
on a slow night, and she's saying the same thing.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
because it's like I'm not going to spend my time with you hanging in the strip
Absolutely.
club. We're not going to be making money if you're not going to give
Yeah,
me
the
any
worst thing you
money.
could do is go on a
But
really. I
if-
say go on a busy night,
But-
find out when she's going to be there on a slow night, and then show up on a slow night.
Gigi
Yeah.
didn't work on no slow nights.
I
so.
did work some slow
You did?
nights. Mhm.
Okay.
But no, sometimes listen, the slow nights be the ones that listen.
That's when
slow
you-
night be the ones that creep up on you now.
You snatch somebody.
Listen,
It's
it's
turned
not
into a
only
big
that.
night.
Yeah, because it only take one. It only take one guy to like really bless your night. You know, there's a you can get a collaborative tip from the room, right? But then there can be one guy that will give you more than anything you make from everybody collectively, right? So it only takes that one guy, and a lot of times, guys that want to spend that amount of money don't want to be in the spotlight, so they will come and do it on a slow night.
All right, step 3. Don't be touchy-feely or complimentary. Don't put your hand on her lap. Don't play with her hair. Don't tell her she's gorgeous. This can work wonders, but in a strip club where a girl is used to being groped and told how beautiful she is all night, it doesn't.
True.
So go against your male instincts and just take a step back. If she's sitting with you, getting up to give dances and comes back to you, or especially if she comes back to you after she goes on stage, then you are halfway there.
That's true.
Bam.
You're doing good.
Well, he's seen it all.
It's funny. One time, the girl I used to date, 10 years ago, was a dancer. And she was working one night. I wasn't. She was working. She came home. The guy gave her a blank check, signed, and gave her a blank check. And the question is, well, what do you put down? Wow. Because if you put down too much, it could bounce and you get nothing. And if you put too little, you're going to be pissed off.
All right, hold on. What would you put?
It depends on the situation.
She knew the guy had a lot of money.
What would you put in that blank check?
I would have to assess the entire, like, why did he give, like, what was the scenario? Like, why did he?
I don't know the details. I know that he was her only customer that night.
I can tell you that it would definitely be somewhere in the thousands. I wouldn't put hundreds on it.
That's funny.
But okay, so give us a number. You have this blank check. What are you going to put?
See, it all depends on, like, who this guy is and what the conversation he had and how much money I think that he has. Like, I'm not going to put $10,000 on a check and I think the $10,000.
That's the number I was thinking.
Yeah, I was thinking more than that. Yeah,
I was thinking 10.
No, see, I think for 10, anything over 10, usually anything 10 and above gets flagged a lot and looked at a bank. You know, I think so. I said to her, what would you normally have made if it was a regular night and you're sitting with the guy? And she said probably like $1,500, $2,000. I said, so put 5.
5 is okay.
And see what happens.
That's the minimum I would have put.
And she put 5.
At minimum, I would have put 5.
And then she was upset that it cleared. Oh, I should have put that.
10.
But you would have been happy. You know, you made 5, which is double what you would have made. Just be happy.
I'd have put 10, I think.
Yeah. But you're right about the bounce.
If it bounced, you would have been out $20.
Right.
You should have did like 95 and just played it safe. Because like you said,
$9,999.99.
Okay, 99999.
95,000.
All right. Here's another step so you can date a pole princess. Ask her out. Okay. So at this point, she's hopefully been on stage and came back to you. You've had a few laughs. You've had a decent conversation. Keep in mind, it isn't a 100% guide to always picking up a stripper if you didn't get this far. Just move on to the next girl. There's 20 girls in the club. One of them is going to find you adorable. So he said, have something fun planned already. Like, listen, I'm going to go see this great comedian next week. I'd love for you to come with me. What's your favorite food? Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah. The asking her out is cool. But it has to be something that she would want to do and miss a night of work for.
Right. Was like what I tell guys to do this a lot, by the way, is that there's so many great shows that film in New York where the tickets are free. But if I told you, I don't tell you I got tickets for free. If I tell you, hey, someone give me tickets to see Jimmy Kimmel next Friday.
Right.
You know, I'm going to go, cool. You know, would you want to? And a lot of people are like, oh my, first of all, it makes it seem like you're cooler than you are.
Yeah,
and the tickets cost $0.
Or ask her for a lunch date so that way
that's
she
another
doesn't
one.
have to miss
anything
work.
that's like seems non-threatening or easygoing to the beginning.
Yeah.
And always send an Uber.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice touch.
Okay. Step 5, asking for the number. Now, this is a tricky situation. She's asked this all night.
Yes.
So if she asks for your number, chances are you aren't getting a call. That's a fact. If someone said, well, just give me your number. Email, Facebook, also probably not good. All right, so the best case scenario is she's up for it and you dial her on the spot.
Make sure the number's real.
I hate when guys dial you on the spot.
Text them so Ralph.
And say, let me make sure my number comes up on your phone because it sometimes comes up private for some reason.
Yeah, things like that, just to know.
Yeah, or send a text.
Yeah, send a text.
I'm texting you right now so you can save me.
Text right now so you could save me. Something to make sure it's real and not that they're bullshitting you.
All right, so these are all real. This is a pretty good guide.
That's a pretty good guide.
I feel like if we were at a club together, I would have already had her number.
Whoa.
So this pretty much works for people. So for all the guys out here listening, and also when you go on the date, be decisive, pick the places, pick her up, be super cordial, and do not expect to get laid on the first night.
Please don't, because then you're just a creep from the strip club.
And it's funny. I've thanks to the woman that we all know, Lainey, I've met a lot of adult entertainers, porn stars and stuff, and I've gone on a lot of dates with porn stars. Never once have I tried to do anything on the first date because every guy in the world is trying to do that every guy thinks, oh, she's a porn star. She must put out on the first date.
Right. You said you have to realize she's expecting you to think she's a stripper, so you're going to get laid. If you go the gentleman route, you have a much better chance of making this pay off tenfold in the long run.
See?
Great advice.
Ralph knows his shit.
I'm not a complete idiot.
Y'all better listen up.
But if you do get in a relationship with like someone that's a dancer, or have you ever tried, because you have dated a lot.
Doesn't bother me at all.
So you never tried to be like, you know what? That's enough. Hang it up.
Look, the thing is if you're telling a girl to hang it up, then you better be the one that's going to be making up the difference of her income.
Right.
If you're not doing that, then I think it's a weird statement. You met her at a strip club. And now you have a problem with it? Why wasn't it a problem when you first met her?
That's like telling me, I don't want you doing radio anymore. Hang it up.
Yeah, I mean, it's a job. It's different.
Bitch, you met me doing radio.
If you're doing something illegal that I met you, but I didn't know that's how I met you, you know what I mean? That would be different for me. I don't want to, if the girl's a drug dealer or something like that, and I find out after the fact, that would not sit right with me.
Would we tell our drug dealer boyfriends to hang it up?
Wait, is she giving you some of the drugs?
I'm a very clean, I'm a puss.
I'm joking anyway.
Would we tell our drug dealer boyfriend, okay, that's enough, hang it up? Are you Tasha?
Now, you know what?
From Power?
I think after a while, you got to try to help them out unless you want them to be in jail.
Yeah, that's what it is. I don't know. It's funny, on a SDR, on my podcast, I don't do any drugs, but once every month or so, I try a drug on the air just to see how it feels.
No, like what?
Shrooms.
Smoked pot, did edible, did mushrooms, and did Molly so far.
What's your favorite?
Hated them all.
Oh my God, Molly, you went that.
How did the shrooms go for you? Because
all I remember, I didn't watch the video back because I didn't want to see, but I know I was drooling. I don't really know what I said. I just didn't listen back.
I want to try shrooms. So
we're going to come on the show and try a drug.
Yeah, for sure.
Shrooms.
Yeah, it got to be shrooms because I never tried it.
How long till they kick in?
I tried everything else.
If we took it about 40 minutes before the show, so it kicked in about 20 minutes into the show.
The only thing is, like I said, you got to be in a good mood.
Yeah, I did it right. The mushrooms, the girl I was dating at the time, I had her hanging out. Like, the place was all clean. Everything was just like in the right mood.
Yeah, you have to be in a comfortable space around people you're comfortable around, and you have to be in a good mood.
So are you sure you want to like record? Because first of all, we've done like 3 episodes in one day, and I've just been drunk and like the trouble episode, and I just was over it. I'm like, all right, I'm drunk.
Well, so the first time we did Molly, we all think that it wasn't Molly, that it was something else. Like they think it was crystal meth. I don't know what it was, but
crystal
I don't know what the thing that was weird
Breaking
was that
Bad.
We were all up for like 2 days and pacing. It's not what Molly is.
No,
that sounds like ecstasy.
Yeah, that sounds like ecstasy.
It did not go over well for anybody. Mm-hmm. So then we tried it again recently. This time we bought a little drug tester and we saw that it was like almost pure MDMA Molly.
What?
And then we tried it, and my producer, which she made the mistake of doing it also, which I'm okay with, but 10 minutes into the show, she just couldn't produce the show anymore.
Wow.
She's like, I don't know what to push. And then we had to bring we ended up stopping the show early because nobody could continue.
Wow.
Wait, okay, I don't know if I want to play this game.
Right, where do you buy drugs?
Where you buy the drug tester?
No, where do you buy the drugs?
Someone bought the drug tester. I don't know where he bought it.
This bitch said, where do you buy the drugs?
Where do you buy shrooms? I want to try it.
I can get them for you.
Okay.
Oh, great job, Angela. You're incriminating yourself.
Why? I'm not selling it.
How much is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Moving right along.
Okay, now, Ralph, I want to ask you this. What looks bad naked? I was reading this article.
Me?
Shut up.
That's not.
I'm talking about for when it comes to women, because listen, in our heads, right, we think a guy's just so excited to be getting laid that it doesn't really matter what you look like. They're happy. But I was reading about this woman, and she lost like 200 something pounds, and you know how the skin just kind of hangs. So you're happy you lost the weight, but you look terrible because with the skin hanging down, without the skin tightening procedure, you know, she's embarrassed to take her clothes off. So I'm wondering what looks bad naked to a man. Like I know we're supposed to think that no matter what, you're just happy that we're here and we're naked. But I'm sure there's things that are
well, for me, which is weird, is that for me, I have a delusional sense of grandeur in that I swing for the fences. Like I try to get girls way out of my league all the time. I seldom will sleep with a girl unless I find her crazy attractive.
Right.
I know a lot of the guys on on the network that we have, they just want to get laid. I would rather not get laid than not be happy with the person I'm with. And that's either, it could be if it's just physical, because a lot of times I don't care about anything other than just having sex. Then I don't care who you are as a person.
Right.
You know, but if it's going to be more than that, I think all guys have this internal formula of the less hot, the more cool she better be. Right. You know what I mean? And the more hot, the more you're willing to deal with whatever idiocies
that comes with it.
I briefly dated a girl that was a flat out racist because she was gorgeous, but I couldn't deal with it anymore.
Wait, what do you mean by racist? Like, what would she do?
First, she hated Jews, and I'm Jewish, which is hilarious. But, I just you make concessions. Most guys will do this, and they're lying to you if they say they don't. If they're crazy into a girl physically, they're willing to give up certain things mentally.
I couldn't imagine dating somebody who
you got to make her mad, like you Jew fucker.
It was like embarrassing. I wouldn't bring her around people.
What did she say?
I don't know. This is like 10 years ago, but she definitely was.
So curious.
Definitely was a racist.
Like what? Tell me.
She said to me once was so stupid that she thought that she really believed this, that Christmas Jews got together to make fun of Christians and Catholics. That's what we did. We had a party for I forgot it was called the Matzah Ball was a party in New York. It doesn't happen anymore. But it happened. Ball. It was every night, Christmas Eve. That's once a year. Doesn't happen anymore. But she thought it was Jews get together to make fun of everybody else. And I was like, what are you talking about? And then she said to us, it's fucked up that I'm dating a Jew on Christmas because you don't care about it. Like, she really was had some real negative feelings. It was the best sex they ever had. So I was like, it's crazy you think that way. And just
she hated you.
She hated you to the sex.
If you bought her something for Christmas, you wouldn't have had this problem. You should have stopped being cheap.
Gifts for Hanukkah.
It was like a week into our dating.
Oh. Did she say anything about black people?
Yes. She didn't like anybody. She was horrible.
Asian people?
I don't remember. It was 10 years ago. It was definitely blacks, definitely Jews.
What was she?
She was very white trash.
But like what?
White trash.
Really
like what white?
Like Jersey white. Like Jersey Irish and Italian or something stupid like that.
I know her.
Like a cast member on the Jersey Shore type.
Have you guys ever dated anybody you thought was racist?
No.
I know this girl that dated this guy, and he used to call her in bed. He used to call her the N-word.
A friend of mine, she's a somewhat famous actress. Her name's Jennifer Esposito. She was on in Crash and a few different movies. And I've been friends with her since I'm 17.
Right. I know who she is. I don't know.
Yeah. And she did this movie Crash, where in the movie she had sex with Don Cheadle.
Right.
And at the premiere, a guy that she had been dating for 3 months, she had no idea he was racist. Right. At the premiere, he leans over to her and goes, "You're fucking the N-word on camera? What? That's disgusting." And she thought initially that he was joking. She's like, "Shut up, people are gonna hear." He's like, "I don't fucking care if people hear. It's just and they broke up right there.
Oh my God.
Nah, that's crazy.
I can't even do my job without you having the problem with.
Yeah, it's crazy. And it was on camera.
Fucking Don Cheadle.
And Don Cheadle.
Sounds like he was a little insecure.
Yeah,
right.
You think?
Right.
He couldn't add up. But you know what? One thing I'm so glad that you did bring up the looking when you're naked, looking funny. So one of my friends had recently got lipo, and she told me, she's probably going to kill me saying
we don't know who it is.
Right. So she said to me that she feels like now she needs lipo on her vagina.
Yeah, she has a fupa.
But she said it's not a fupa, but it's
see, this is the thing. When you have this belly fat, right, and they suck it from here, the belly fat goes all the way down to here.
Oh, because the fat doesn't come back here anymore.
Yeah, so they suck it from here, and then all of this is still so I know exactly. I used to work with a girl who had that.
So what is that? Is a pussy
It's not really a fupa. It's just like the lipo. They couldn't go down and get it.
Can't get all the way down there. Can't get into all the crevices.
Oh, so it's over. You just gonna have a.
I mean,
don't guys like fat pussies?
She just has to lose weight.
But it's fat in the wrong place. Guys like it when lips are fat.
Yeah.
It's this front part that's fat, and her stomach is not.
That's how you get a camel toe, then, right?
I don't know.
That's how you just look weird.
Yeah, it's like a camel.
You can't wear leggings.
Camel back.
Camelback Mountain. All right, so what about for us? What looks bad naked, like for a guy? Is there anything that you've ever been turned off?
I'm sure very hairy.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Hair.
Yeah. Hairy. Even I don't really mind a little bit of chest hair, but when you ODing and then you don't manscape.
It's funny though, because all of that has become, it's just like with women shaving their cooch. It's all comes and goes. Like when in the 70s, Tom Selleck from Magnum PI, he was the epitome of a male,
right,
and it's super hairy chest. And then Baywatch comes out and it's all shaven chest.
Right.
So then it just, culture is often dictated by entertainment.
Okay, so you know what? I take that back. Chest is not that bad. It's the back.
Back
if your fucking back is hairy, you're disgusted. I'm sorry. You have to get it lasered. You have to shave it.
Is painful. I don't know about getting
do something too. Well, my ex used to laser his back.
That shit hurts.
I did it. I laser hair in my back. I'm a hairy Jew.
I'm a hairy Jew.
I'm a half Syrian and Arabic, so that's even more hair.
So you got a lot of hair.
So you get flagged.
I get everywhere. So I got my back.
My grandfather's Syrian.
We had a porn star on the show once, and I said that she was from Lithuania or Latvia, and I said, oh, it's cool that when an immigrant comes to this country and makes a living, like she makes something out of it. She goes, I'm not a fucking immigrant. She started freaking out. She thought I meant a legal immigrant. She didn't know what the word meant. Oh. And when I told her I was Syrian, she goes, you fucking terrorist, you piece of shit. She left. It was the only show ever. The show ended early. It was a shit show.
Wow.
This is a mess. Who are these people you run across?
You got to keep a homegirl around to beat one of them up.
You need us to roll with you?
Yeah. We go
say that in front of us.
When I see on somebody, you know how somebody just got like a black crusty
no.
Their neck?
Wait. A black crusty ass neck. Like,
oh my God. Or when they had the bumps on the back
of like the armpits or the knees, like where your joints are, if you just like black and ashy.
Like you need something to rub a lemon.
You need to like scrub.
Right.
Like,
they didn't clean that dirt out when they was young. Nah, but the neck thing you just said, when I'm outside and I see like the person that got the bump on the back of their hair and neck, it makes me
razor bumps.
It made me want to
vomit. A bunch of them.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of them.
But it's also fascinating. I used to sit behind this guy and he had like hit the whole back of his head. It was like bumps and lumpy and
that comes from the shaving, I guess? Or
I don't know what
dirty. What is that? Dirty razor.
But I remember just looking at that shit and I would be like, this is terrible, but it's so fascinating.
Yeah, but that's not fascinating.
I don't know why I just pictured that. I just pictured that on like a big person.
I do think that, and it's part of our DNA for men and women, that women are much more turned on mentally, men are much more turned on physically.
Absolutely.
So that you, thankfully, women are much more forgiving.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe women have sex with me. I'm in the worst shape of my life. And I said, while I'm having sex, I'm like, I feel so bad for this girl right now. I can't believe she's dealing with this. But it's because they care more about, oh, he makes me laugh. He's funny. He's nice, whatever.
He cuddles.
Yeah, and where guys don't care about that as much. They really don't. So thank God it works that way because you girls work so much harder on your appearance. I just literally rolled out of bed like this and showed up. That's
right?
what it is.
Oh, you look great.
Oh, thank you so much.
You look very clean. Your hair is.
Well, I did shower.
Right.
But yeah, you
smell great. Thursday, July 19th at 10/9 Central on BET, Tip T.I. Harris presents The Grand Hustle. Remember we had T.I. and everybody came and did lip service live with us?
Yes, he is too
Hustle
much.
Gang. All right, well, T.I. hosts a brand new competition series designed to reward the entrepreneur with the strongest hustle. 16 men and women from the block to the boardroom compete for an executive position within the Grand Hustle film, fashion, and music empire, built from the ground up by T.I. Atlanta is the backdrop for weekly challenges that test the resolve of each hustler, driving some to victory and others to tears. You guys both lived in Atlanta.
Yes.
So you know how much you got to hustle.
Everything in Atlanta is a hustle.
Hustle hard.
The grand prize is a 6-figure salary, and T.I. expects nothing less than the best. That's a lot of pressure to be under from a businessman who sold millions of records and won BET Awards. Deal making, event execution, savvy marketing, creative ways to turn a profit. May the best hustler win. The Grand Hustle, watch the premiere Thursday, July 19th at 10/9 Central. Hosted by Tip T.I. Harris, only on BET. For tips from Tip on money moves and show exclusives, search #Grand Hustle BET.
I'll take that 6-figure salary. Y'all trying to sign?
You got to compete, boo.
Oh, okay. No, I ain't with it. I'm watching.
You got to play to win.
I'm a watch.
All right. Now, have you ever had to go to the hospital because of something that happened during sex?
Oh, we had a guy on the show, not me. But we had a guy on the show that broke his penis. Worse than any penis ever broke. And he made a documentary about it. And he broke all 3 pieces. There's 2 tendons and the urethra. And while the girl was riding him, she misfired and ripped his penis.
I know somebody who did that. Pinky, the porn star.
Yeah.
She was on top of the guy riding him, right? And I guess she came up and went back down. She said the whole condom filled up with blood.
Yeah, that's what happened to this guy.
Maybe
horrible.
Maybe that's the guy.
Maybe it's the same story.
Didn't it happen to Dennis Rodman as well, right?
Did it?
Yeah, I believe.
I think he told that story.
Break his penis.
I would imagine you'd have to have a bigger penis. Just like it's hard to snap a tiny pencil. You know, the
you
bigger
think so?
the penis.
No, because I think because you know what? If it's not big, you might be going up and down and slide off because it's so small.
I don't know.
But
maybe.
it is a muscle.
I think that the longer it is, there's more areas for it. Like I could snap a pencil.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
A big pencil easily. Little pencil is hard to snap.
Yeah, that does make sense. And the same thing, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
All right, so for all you big dick guys out there, it's not a bonus.
Yeah, maybe don't let the girl ride you until you're comfortable.
Don't get that thing broken now.
Have you guys ever had to go to the hospital?
Man, listen. Not for me personally. Y'all already know my hospital story. I dropped them off.
Oh, yeah, she killed someone. All right.
Okay.
You're the Claremont twins.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Gigi,
don't lie. He had a heart attack. She did kill someone.
No, Gigi, the Claremont twins before the Claremont twins, though. You better show them how to do it, sis.
Listen.
She feels bad about it to this day. Even
I would imagine that's got to be weird.
Yes.
I thought that only happened in movies. I didn't know that really happens.
Come on, let's just give him a moment.
When you got some bomb ass pussy, anything.
Damn, we not gonna give him a moment.
Was he 75?
Come on, moment of silence for him. All right, now
Laria, have you ever killed anyone?
No, I never killed nobody. Not that I'm aware of.
Have you ever had to go to the hospital?
No, I haven't actually. I play on the safe side. I think I've been doing pretty well. Please don't jinx me. I don't want to end up in the hospital.
I went to the hospital once, but
what?
It was like a false alarm.
What was it?
So I was drunk and I was dating this guy and I had my period, so I wasn't planning to have sex, but I guess I did. Mm-hmm. So I woke up in the morning and I was like, where's my tampon? I was like horrified and I thought it was inside me somewhere. I like called the emergency room, went to the doctor, but I guess I must have taken it out in my drunken state at some point.
Why the fuck didn't you just stick your because
I did. I tried and I couldn't find it.
Because you could die like that, right? There's
you get the toxic shock syndrome. Yeah. But my homegirl Leah, that actually happened to her. What happened was she started dating this guy who, I'm not going to tell her whole story. She's told it before. But anyway, she didn't realize she had the tampon inside her. So for like months, her pussy was stinking. And she didn't know why. And so he was like, listen, you really need to go get that checked out. Like in a nice way,
right.
you know. Cause
why did she already go?
Why she had an odor. And then when she went, she found out that there was a tampon that she had left that she forgot.
That's
fucking
that was inside of her.
Awful.
I mean, I guess it's good to know that if it happens, you could live for months. I thought it would happen much quicker.
Everybody doesn't get toxic shock syndrome, but it's it could potentially happen.
Okay. Wow, that's crazy.
I know of a girl who left it in her for days. And it was horrible.
On purpose? Or she forgot?
She forgot. But
this is... Nah.
But this was so common.
Yeah, this is nasty.
Y'all gotta use she was close to me. I was like kind of around her at the time. And she was like, something wrong with me. I smell funny, da.
Wow.
And then she went to the doctor. And it was only like a couple of days. But months.
I can only imagine the smell like that.
I would imagine most hospital-related sex stories are anally related.
Yeah, I would imagine that too.
Well, like you rip your fucking asshole?
Something got stuck in
something
there.
got stuck in your butt. A lot of people get things stuck in their butt.
That's what I think.
I thought I was wild, but y'all on some whole
we didn't
other
say
shit.
we did that. I'm just saying
people,
that is the number one reason. I know somebody who worked in the ER and they said people had all kind of stuff in their
And they
butt.
always say, from what I understand, as I knew someone who worked in the ER, it's always a story like, I sat down and this happened, or I fell, and no one ever wants to talk that it was
nobody ever wants to say I was
sat on the dildo
myself with an apple and the apple got stuck.
They always make up some sort of backhanded story.
How do you sit on the apple and it goes up your asshole?
I don't know. I guess you don't sit on it.
No thanks. Yeah.
All right, now I was telling you guys about this story that I was reading about earlier, and this has to do with the Me Too movement, right? So Henry, how do you say his name? Henry
Cavill.
Cavill.
You want some more?
Okay, he had to apologize, Superman, about some statements that he made in an interview with GQ Australia. He was talking about the Me Too movement and how women, he said, there's something wonderful about a man chasing a woman. There's a traditional approach to that, which is nice. I think a woman should be wooed and chased, but maybe I'm old-fashioned for thinking that. He said it's very difficult to do that if there are certain rules in place, because then it's like, well, I don't want to go up and talk to her because I'm going to be called a rapist or something. So you're like, forget it. I'm going to call an ex-girlfriend instead and then just go back to a relationship which never really worked. But it's way safer than casting myself into the fires of hell.
By the way, Superman raped me would be one of the coolest stories of all time.
No, it would
not. Who's going to save you, Batman?
That's an awful story.
Be a good story. I would do that for the story. You kidding me? It'd be the greatest story in the world.
Well, this whole story went viral and people were very upset about it. They called him trash And they said it's pretty.
Really?
Yes. They said it's pretty easy to not rape someone. Things that make me go, what the fuck? If your approach to chasing and or talking to or a woman leads to you to be afraid of a woman might accuse you of rape, then you need to question your style of chasing women.
I think the word rapist was the mistake there.
Right. He took it too far.
In this day and age, certain words.
Maybe harassment.
You're going too far.
From sexual harassment, I think would be the answer that would not have gotten him so much hate.
Yeah, he apologized and he said he didn't mean to be insensitive and he wanted to clarify. He would never disrespect in any way, shape, or form anybody. So he said he's going to make sure that he's more careful about the nuance.
Well, these days we all have to be very aware of words because unfortunately in the society that we live in right now, words hurt more than they should.
Right.
I personally believe that you should be able to say anything. It's actions that you should be worried about. You know, that actions are far more dangerous than words.
But words are crazy too because people listen to you, right?
Yeah, I understand that.
And you have a platform where people listen to you, so you say things and people are like, well,
it depends. Again, I know this sounds horrible. Sorry to cut you off there, but I think a lot of it depends on, for me, especially working in a comedy space.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not a comic, but I do work in that space. There are a lot. You could segment out things that I've said on my show or Jay said on our show
out of context.
Make us look like the worst people on the planet.
Right.
You know, but if you're saying something for the purposes of funny or something you don't really mean, is different than how I live my life.
Like if we made a headline out of, Ralph Sutton says it would be dope if Superman
rapes you. Right, exactly. Yeah. So that exact statement, it's a perfect example of it where, look, the way I describe this a lot is that guys have had it pretty fucking easy and too good in the guy direction since the dawn of man, right? Men have just had it easy.
Preach.
So now the pendulum has swung way back in the wrong direction where everything is wrong. Eventually, it's going to come into the middle.
Like the real estate market.
Right. It's going to self-correct eventually. But right now, we just have to suck it up and deal with it because Did
you just tell us to suck it up?
That's right. Suck it is what I meant to say.
Oh, no. Grab her by the pussy.
Suck it, bitch.
I'm not going to lie. I'm tired of people being this sensitive. Like, it's whack because it's like back in the day, you could use the F word. You know what word I'm talking about. And nobody
fornicate?
Yeah, no, y'all know what I'm trying to say. What they used to say, call gay people, whatever.
Oh.
But you would say it in a rap song, and nobody would say nothing. You just would rap along. Now it's like you say it, you got a whole community coming behind you, and it's like you might not have even meant it in that context. And I'm just
like
using
not as a
that.
gay person. You
get
might
what
have
I'm
meant
trying
it
to say?
That's the thing.
Something
Words
else.
can't have more than one meaning anymore, which is weird.
Yeah.
I had a girl say to me,
you could have been smoking a cigarette.
You get what I'm saying? A fag, smoking a fag, right? And now everybody doesn't like me.
Oh.
Exactly. But it's like, it's too much now because like you said, where's the outrage for the cops killing or the this, that, and the third?
And most of the people that get upset, I don't think are the actual people that it affects.
Right.
I think it's privileged white people that have nothing better to do than find something to complain about.
Right.
I had a girl say to me that we made like some dumb Asian joke on my show.
Uh-oh.
And she came up and she goes,
take your jacket off, sis.
All right.
so
Take
here's
the
what she
earrings
said.
off.
I forgot what the joke was, but her line was, I don't think you should make Asian jokes. I think that's retarded. I'm like, retarded? What are you saying? So it's funny how when it hits home, it bothers you. She doesn't care about saying retarded, but an Asian joke because she was Asian.
I never know what you can and can't say because they said now you can say retarded.
I'm confused.
Retarded is the medical right word for it.
They said you could say
I
that.
It was mentally challenged.
And you can't say midget. You have to say little person.
Little person.
That seems more offensive to me.
That's the worst thing. That's what I said. I
get like little people better than midget. I don't know.
I think dwarf, but that's a different thing because dwarfism is a different thing.
That's something different.
I said it to two little people one time. They was in the picture with us. And I was like, we love midgets.
I was like,
Angela looked at him.
And then and also I think
funny.
little person sounds like you're not even a real person.
That's what I think.
The weird. So here's my question because I've had this endless debates about this. Let's assume truck drivers get together and say that the word trucker is offensive. Okay. And let's say right now, 10,000 truck drivers don't like the word anymore. But it's not enough people to make enough noise where it gets changed, right? We are saying that 10,000 people don't matter. When do we get enough people on board that all of a sudden, okay, now it matters? So you just need enough, what I call the unsilent minority, to complain.
You just need a good hashtag.
Yeah, and then things change. But the truth is that you ask, look, we have a lot of gay guys on our network. There's like 3 or 4. a guy that plays a transgender woman on the network. There is a flat out gay guy on the network. There's various.
You can't say gay guy no more.
Yes, you can.
But like, he'll come into the studio and say to me, "What's up, faggot?" Like that's how he comes in, and I'll say it back to him because we like each other and we know each other.
Right,
like
and
each other.
It doesn't matter when you're friends with people.
But I guess you can't get on a platform and say it.
It depends on the platform
because people who don't know you.
Right, it's a different thing.
They get offended.
I almost got. I host this rock cruise every year called Shiprocked, and I made a suicide joke after the singer of Linkin Park killed himself. And it wasn't even a bad joke. It wasn't even a funny joke, but I made a joke. And they tried to get me thrown off hosting the cruise.
They threw you off the boat.
They tried to.
They tried to throw me off the boat.
And the truth is that I didn't post it. If I would have posted it on the Shiprocked Facebook page or on the Shiprocked Twitter forum, yeah, fire me. That's insensitive. Right. The guy that had a problem with it wasn't even following me on Twitter. He took a screenshot of it and then sent it to Shiprocked and then tried to rally. Of course, he lost someone through suicide. And he sent me a picture of his daughter and said, she killed herself. How do you feel now? I'm like, I feel bad that your daughter died, but I don't fucking know her. And I wasn't talking about her.
Right.
You know? And so it's just weird in general. When things get too close to home is when people have a problem.
They get hypersensitive.
Yeah. And you have to realize sometimes, maybe this is because it's me.
Right.
You know, and maybe
you're right. Because we, Gigi, we laugh about the fact that she killed someone, but somebody might be offended if they have somebody closer to them that got killed during sex.
Exactly. And you just have to realize sometimes that maybe it's just you, and you need to realize that this person is a good person or whatever it is.
Even though they're a murderer.
They're a murderer.
Oh, God.
I tell you what, though, that alone would make every guy want to have sex with you.
You think they want to die?
They want to die.
No, but like, man, that girl's got to have a hell.
That's like, I'm always like, why would anybody want to have sex with Gigi? She killed someone.
No, that sounds
She's
like,
the Black Widow.
It's like a challenge.
Challenge. You ain't going to kill me, bitch.
I'm going to go run a marathon first, make sure I'm up to shape, and then see what happens.
The Gigi heart attack challenge. See, now we're in trouble.
Yeah,
don't play.
I'll take that out.
That was Angela.
I used to have a radio show that was like a rock music radio show. We're on about 80 stations. Not as big as the Breakfast Club, but still pretty big.
That's pretty big.
A band came to try and promote. They sent a CD.
What band?
They were a death metal rock band called Dahmer.
Okay.
Like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Like Jeffrey. Whoa.
And we just started making jokes like, what are the songs called? You Taste Good for Dinner or whatever. They're just stupid jokes. And then someone that listened to the show,
was a victim,
mother was killed through Jeffrey Dahmer. And then they send emails that we should get taken off the air. And, it's all about when something hits close to home.
When it hits close to home.
So we can't say anything.
That's the thing. Then you get to a place where you can't say anything.
Shit.
Yeah, people are so hella sensitive.
What kind of coincidence is that?
I know.
Rosa Parks,
but were they upset that the group is called Dahmer?
They should be more upset at them than us.
Right. That's what I was about to say. They should be mad exactly.
A murderer.
Be mad that they named
I'd be mad
their
at the
group
record label that allowed that album to come out. Don't be mad at me. They just sent me the record.
Wow.
Like I'm saying, it all started from Rosa Parks and Outkast. Everybody moved to the back of the bus, and she was outraged that they
used her name.
And I feel like ever since then, people been wilding. Like they want to sue everybody for everything. They offended.
Watch that fuzz.
Come on.
Everybody move.
Yeah, come on, Rosa Parks Estate. Y'all started this.
Now, since we're talking about Gigi killing people, let's talk about this story. This was in the news, right? They were talking about a man. He married his dead fiance at her funeral.
Oh, I heard that.
Did you see
crazy.
this?
Yeah.
Is that romantic or is that weird?
I mean, that's fucking crazy.
You got to die for a ring nowadays?
He married his dead fiance at her funeral.
How?
Oh, no, wait. I heard a different story. I'm sorry. That's not the story I heard. I heard a story about a guy who unearthed his ex-lover and kept her in the house for 3 years and was still fucking her.
That's called psycho. Oh, no, that's his mom.
You need to go to jail.
No, this guy, I'm going to show you a picture.
That's actually sweet, I guess.
That's necrophilia times 10.
Because what happens when he say, you may now kiss the bride?
Well, the question is, did the bride have a lot of money, the family? Maybe that's why he did it.
Here's a picture so you guys can see.
But how does she say I do if she's dead?
And maybe she's not consenting.
Oh yeah, she didn't. She didn't consent.
She didn't say.
She didn't say yes.
I saw on the news the other day that this family.
But that was his fiance, so I guess it was understood.
I mean, I understand.
I mean, it's kind of sweet, I guess.
Because he didn't get a chance to.
Gigi should have married that guy she killed.
It's interesting that she wasn't wearing white for the wedding. She was wearing pink.
That's like morbid. I don't know. I couldn't do that.
If you were in love, What if
He's dead? Like, not trying
if you were in love.
It'd be weird if it was because he killed her.
I saw on the news the other day that there was this family who propped their kid up in the recliner and had him playing video games
in front of the
TV.
Yeah, that's
with like cereal and stuff.
In China.
And I saw before, it reminded me of this story I saw before where they had propped the guy up on his motorcycle for his wake and had him on his motorcycle.
I've seen that too.
That's weird. Don't do that to me. Okay,
I actually think like
don't put me on a stripper pole for my wake. I'm good.
Oh my God! Can you imagine if you just
no?
That'd be hilarious.
Have me hanging upside down.
You should be on top of a guy that's dead.
Oh my God, no.
Yo, I don't want to talk about none of this no more.
That'd be
What's wrong with y'all?
We had L'Oreal smoking some weed
in the studio.
Right
in the studio.
My aunt passed away a week or 2 weeks ago through a weird circumstance where she was like 57. She slipped in the shower, hit her head, and died like out of nowhere.
That's awful.
It was awful. I was through marriage or not super close to her, but still sad. But her family, that side of my family, they don't believe in funerals. They think funeral is for everyone else, not for the person. Mm-hmm. And the brother who's married to my mom said, that's not my sister, and we don't do funerals. Mm-hmm. And I kind of dig that.
Right. Celebrate life.
Celebrate the life. Don't have to look at it. Especially Jews generally don't do caskets. We don't do that. And that's a really hard thing to look at, the dead body. I'd like to remember the person how they were, as opposed to seeing some ridiculous caricature of who they are.
They never look the same.
Yeah, and I don't think I want a funeral. When I die,
You want ashes?
I don't. I would donate my body to science.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of scary.
Really? Why?
I don't know, because it just reminds me of like a movie or something.
You think you're going to go to heaven and you need your spleen to get
I
to
might.
heaven? Maybe.
I might,
because you might come back with no spleen, and you're gonna be like, "Why don't I have a spleen? Donate it to science."
That's not funny.
So, what do you guys think about that? Is that a sweet story? He married his fiancée.
No,
did it say weird. How long they were engaged? How long they were dating?
Oh no, and they don't even know the circumstances of how she died. They just have the video of the actual.
No. It would be cool if he could find out he killed her. That would be awesome.
No, he did not kill her.
What? That was awesome.
No.
She said no the night before to the wedding, so he killed her and then married her.
You're gonna marry me anyway.
She said over my dead body. He said, "Bitch, you're dead."
Let's make that happen.
So you're the last one to be making these type of jokes, Gigi.
You need to be quiet, Rose.
Does it work on women? Get Gigi in here.
Gigi, stop it.
Nah, that ain't sweet. I think that's weird.
This week's podcast is also brought to you by Casper. Casper is a sleep brand that continues to revolutionize its line of products to create an exceptionally comfortable sleep experience one night at a time. Casper. I should know. They have 3 mattress models: the original Casper, the Wave, and the Essential. Casper mattresses are perfectly designed to soothe and cradle your natural geometry. Not to mention, the breathable design helps you sleep cool and regulate your body temperature throughout the night. I don't like when my boo be all next to me all sweaty and I like to cuddle.
Night. I have a Casper mattress, and it's the best thing ever.
And
I
we
love
like to
sleeping on the Casper system.
All right, it's delivered right to your door in a small "how do they do that" size box with free shipping and returns in the U.S. and Canada. But the best part is that you can be sure of your purchase with Casper's 100-night risk-free sleep on it trial. After all, you spend 1/3 of your life sleeping, so you should be comfortable.
What else do you do on that mattress?
Headstands. No.
Okay. All right, girl. Nice breathable handstands.
Breathable headstands on the Casper mattress.
It ain't just for sleeping.
And listen, when I got my mattress, I wasn't ready. Like, I didn't get my old one out of there. So thank goodness it comes in a box.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I was able to keep it there for a couple of days until I was ready. And then as soon as it came out the box, poof. Get $50 towards select mattresses by visiting Casper.com/Angela and using Angela at checkout. That's Casper.com/Angela. Offer code Angela for $50 off your mattress purchase. Terms and conditions apply. All right, now Justin Bieber still has Selena Gomez tattooed on him, even though he's engaged now to Haley Baldwin. So can you imagine being with somebody and they have someone else tattooed on them?
I find it hilarious. It's a very popular thing.
Happens all the time.
Nah, he needs to fix
it. The best story is Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue.
Mm-hmm. They have the Motley Crue movie coming out.
Yeah, The Dirt. I can't wait for it. He was dating Vanity, gorgeous girl who lost her mind. I think she passed away a few years ago.
Yeah, she did.
She was incredibly beautiful, and he got a V tattooed on his arm for Vanity. Mm-hmm. Then they broke up, and he's smart. He just put an I in front of it and made it a Roman numeral 6 for Nikki Sixx.
Okay.
So it made it work for him.
He's fortunate.
Yeah, I think he planned it ahead of time.
Yeah.
I never understand the putting anyone's name, unless it's your kid or the guy you murdered from having sex. Only those 2 names should be allowed on you.
So Gigi got.
Have you ever had sex with a girl and she had another guy?
Oh yeah, many times. It's hilarious.
Is it weird to you? Like,
it's just funny. It just dumbed it. I look at it. You're an idiot. You know, just
her
a dumb
dad's
decision.
name.
You're like having.
That's weird too.
Yeah. Do you ask like whose name is that?
No.
Mike.
I don't want to open up a can of worms.
What if your son?
What if you go to have sex with a girl and she already has your name?
That'd be cool.
Like,
I had a girl ask me to marry her after 2 dates.
Oh wow,
that's fucking weird.
What'd you say?
We got married. No, she said we did 90 Day Fiance. No, I had 3. I don't know if we talked about this. I had 3 different women ask me to marry them in my life. So, and that was one of them. One of them was after the second date.
Have you ever asked anyone?
No, I've never been married. Never. I had a 5-year relationship, 5-6 years, but I've never been married and have no kids.
We had a discussion on the Breakfast Club about women asking men to marry them.
Yeah, why not these days in this feminist world? Why not? Why can't women ask men?
I would not.
Fuck that.
You can't have it both ways. That's how I feel about this. It really bothers me. Women want to be equal except on things that they don't want to be equal on.
Well, I'm going to say this, though. We want to be equal, but let's be clear. We still aren't because we still don't make the same amount of money that you guys
thank God
make.
I have to pay for all my dates, so thank God I make
So
money.
that's what you have to do because we don't make the amount of money that y'all make. We still make
But what about
70
in the
cents
model
to every
world?
dollar.
I'm gonna ask.
What about models where female models make way more money?
Or
Bartenders?
porn star women make way more money.
Strippers. So how come we're not having that argument?
You can. You should start that revolution.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
But we're talking about in general.
Right. I understand that, but I'm just saying is that it is weird for me as a single man dating at this point in my life where
you could have been married.
You could have been married 3
Yeah.
I still go the route of making the decision in offering the Uber and picking the restaurant and paying and doing what in antiquated chivalrous terms.
As soon as we get equal pay for equal work, then we'll talk about it.
I had a girl on a first date get pissed off that I offered her an Uber home.
Wow.
So what do you think? I can't fucking pay for my own Uber? I'm like, I'm just offering. I'm sorry. And she got crazy mad.
You should have been like,
to go with you.
I have a coupon. I have a coupon.
She gets super feminine.
Really?
Right, I got free rides, bitch.
Yeah.
That's it. We both not paying.
So what happened? You let her pay for her own Uber?
Yeah, she got furious. We had an argument in a bar.
Did she pay for dinner?
No, I paid for dinner.
People like to argue with
you.
You
can feed her, but you can't make sure she get home.
I am an asshole.
You can feed her, but just don't make sure she get home.
Nah, I'm thinking it's him. I'm starting to think it's him.
I know it is. It's definitely him.
It could
It's
very
an
well
argument over everything.
Confrontational, I think.
I am a horrible human being.
All right. Well, I'm glad we talked about male porn stars making less than women because that was one topic I wanted to talk about. And what does it take for a man to be a porn star, right? Because there's a lot more things than it takes for a woman to be a porn star. They said you have to be well endowed, but you also have to have a lot of stamina,
right,
in order to perform. And I don't agree with you have to be well endowed because there's porn for everyone, and some people like to look at small penis
little
porn.
dick,
right?
Small penis porn. Let me look that up.
Pinky porn.
So let's talk about the things and how much harder it is for men to get into that industry, right? They said it's almost impossible as a man to get your foot in the door. A lot of guys ask male porn stars how to break into the industry. That's a fair question, they said, but usually you have to get a girl to bring you in.
Oh, that's interesting.
So if you're dating someone who's a porn star, then she can bring you in,
Makes sense.
and have you do porn with her. And so one guy said he became a male porn star. Basically, it was free labor for my wife. He said, but if you don't have the benefit of waking up every morning next to one of the most popular female performers in the industry, you're probably out of luck. Then a lot of guys get
really
stage fright.
Wait, free labor for his wife?
I guess because
she was a porn star.
Yeah, she's a porn star.
Oh, okay. He was helping.
His name is Aaron Small Hands Thompson.
Small
Hilarious.
hands.
Who's his
Small
superstar
hands,
porn star wife?
Joanna Angel. This is from Men's Health, by the way. She works, I guess she also writes for Men's Health, too. Small hands is probably great for porn for a man because it makes your dick look bigger.
Yeah, that's why I have a mini Tabasco bottle in my room. Like for all my pictures.
And a mini remote control.
A mini bottle of
a mini 2-liter bottle of soda.
The one that goes in the refrigerator like a magnet.
What are other things guys measure their dick up against?
I have a book in my house called the Problem with Living with a Huge Penis. It's just a funny. I have it on.
So people come in and they
see it. It's like like my $8 joke to just leave it out there, And on the side there's a ruler that you're supposed to measure your dick with.
I thought he was saying he used the book. I was about to say nobody's ever sent me a picture with the book in the dick.
Or a mini ruler next to your dick.
Right.
Those are good ways to send out penis pictures.
A pizza
but
box.
a lot of times, like women, we send out pictures from certain angles, so people have.
Of course, and women use those pretty apps, those apps that what do they call that? The one that makes
filters and all that.
Not just the filter, but there's like apps that the Facetune. Mm-hmm. That's one that specifically makes you look way better. I went on a first date recently, and I did not recognize the
first and last date.
She looks so different.
And you know how you can tell when a woman doesn't look good or like how she wants to look? When she takes the picture from way up top and you can't see the rest of her body, but you just see the top of her head.
Yeah, that's a big one.
And then the rest of her.
A big one.
Or when you see somebody's like Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and they only have like headshots.
No, that's not true. They might not have no friends. So they don't got nobody to take the full body picture for them.
You could take a full body picture.
And you know what else too? If you go on their Instagram, look at the pictures that they're tagged in.
Right.
That's where you find out.
Although they might untag themselves.
You should be more concerned if the girl you're looking to date has no friends.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Right.
Forget the fact that she's taking selfies. Why doesn't she have any friends?
Maybe she's a
racist. Maybe she used to date Ralph and she's a racist.
And she sits on apples.
All right, so another thing for male porn stars, they said a lot of them get stage fright. They said they want to know that you can get hard, last the time that's required, and give them the performance that they want and pop when they need you to. So
that's the hard parts, I would imagine.
Right, literally.
That's hard work.
Like I have gone to sex clubs and have had sex in group situations. That doesn't bother me at all. But the on cue coming and the stamina things,
right?
You know, they make sure you like a lot of these guys can come and then come again 5 minutes later.
Come again.
You know, which I definitely maybe when I was 20, but not now. You know. So I think those are probably the things that are most admired from a male porn star. That they can come on cue, come again, and last as long as needed for the scene.
Come on cue and come on you.
Wait, how'd you get invited to these sex clubs?
I used to do. I was. I had a couple of long-term relationships, like a 3-year and a 5-year, and then was 33 or 34. I realized, wow, I have never done anything strange. You know, I just been in monogamous, regular missionary relationship. I never had anal sex. I never had a threesome. Right. At that point, at 30, I'm almost 50 now, but at 33, 34.
You never got pegged?
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
No anal? I thought, I can't offend nobody, but I thought white girls like anal.
Well, I mean, the two girls that were in most of my adult life at that time did not. Mm-hmm. And so it just never happened. And at 33, I'm like, well, you know what? I'm going to experience everything now.
Right.
Fuck it. So I just started looking for girls that were bisexual. Was working at the strip club at the time, so that was kind of easy.
It's hella easy.
You know, and then going to swing parties. And I did a stint of, 4 girls and me more than once. And various crazy swing parties. And I've done sex swings and whatever the hell else just to say that I've done it. Anal sex, whatever, just to try it. You know,
love it?
A lot of it I loved. Yeah. I mean, to me still, I don't think there's a guy on the planet that would say, if you ask them number 1 and number 2, what they want a girl to do, it's threesome and anal. For most guys.
What, you said a sex swing like that?
Yeah, one of those crazy sex swings. Yeah, I did that at a Montreal sex club. Sorry, not Montreal. I forgot where it was. Maybe it was in Cleveland or something. I went to a sex club with a girl I was dating, and it was we swapped with another couple using a sex swing. It was crazy.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I'm going to get to our surprise right now.
Uh-oh. This is all so crazy. He's like so exciting.
But I know. We got to hang out with you in a sex swing with another couple.
But you're all going to hate me like every girl I've ever dated by the end of it.
But we're not dating you. We just want to hang out.
You're safe.
We'll be okay.
You guys should come do SDR. You should.
Yeah, oh, can't wait. Oh, my God. I'm going to offend you.
Okay, do you guys want to hear the surprise?
I'm scared now that you said sex swing and now...
Okay, the surprise is that lip service, we are all going to take a trip together.
Oh, really?
Where are we going?
We are going to hedonism.
Yeah!
Where is it, by the way? Or
Jamaica.
Jamaica. That's
Gigi's going to be naked on the plane.
Maybe you can see the wake of dead men that Gigi leaves in.
Oh my God!
8 men killed at hedonism too.
Oh my God! I'm so excited.
Suspect at large. Lip service co-host Gigi McGuire, the former stripper.
We're excited. That's so dope.
Yeah, so we're all going to hedonism. And all expenses paid, so we just have to figure out what the dates are that we want to go. But yes,
perfect.
We're all gonna go.
Who else is gonna meet us out there?
That's pretty cool.
We just gotta pick our dates.
I mean our listeners.
You mean your dates as in the
no,
guys
dates that we're
or the
gonna
dates
go.
we're going?
Oh wait. What you thought you had to bring a date to
I don't know.
around?
I've never been to hedonism, so I don't know.
So let's tell him a little bit about what hedonism is for people that don't.
Just he knows what it is.
I know what it is. I thought
there's some clothing optional parts of the resort and beaches and stuff like that you can go to, but then that's not all it is. So we're going to have a nice women's trip.
That's going to be
with the lip service ladies. And
are you all, I don't know if you talk about this on the air, and if you don't, I apologize. Are you all single ladies?
I have a boyfriend.
I'm not single either.
Oh, and you?
So wait, that's
right.
See, that's a weird thing to say.
I'm so confused.
Because do you have a boyfriend or are you not single?
I mean, to me, I thought they were both the same thing. Am I wrong?
Are they the same thing? So you have a boyfriend?
Yep.
Are you just discovering
something else?
She don't want to say that she has a boyfriend. She just wants to say that she's not single.
Oh,
I said yes.
Do you have a boyfriend?
Say it.
I have a boyfriend.
Okay.
Oh, Gigi, so
now, what do you think your boyfriends would think about you going to hedonism?
Have a good time.
Yep.
They don't care?
It's one person, not they.
Well, they.
Oh, your boyfriend and my boyfriend.
She's single.
He's gonna tell.
Yeah, my boyfriend won't care.
He's gonna say,
But
"Rock out with."
Are they
going to
say just make sure you don't fuck anybody?
I'm being with my girls. He knows I'm not like that anyway. I'm such a prude. Like
I'm not about the.
They have the prude part. It's called prude or nude, and those are the two.
That's
I'm going to prude. You already know.
I might slide over to nude.
You are Angela. You a damn like you gonna go to the nude?
I don't have problems being naked.
So
but I'm
wait,
not
wait,
gonna
wait.
have sex with anybody.
Whoa.
It's not like you have to. It's not like a law.
Right.
But
You're
does it-
signing a disclaimer when you walk in. Whatever happens, happens.
Don't you feel like when you see nakedness, eventually drinks come into play? Eventually, other things are gonna happen?
Nope.
Not you. I'm not saying you, but maybe things around you.
Maybe, yeah. But
Well, is it bad? Would you think your boyfriends would be upset if you were watching people fucking?
No.
No.
I think they would think it was hilarious.
I would think they would think that was porn.
Live action porn.
Yeah.
I would be like, yo, you won't believe what happened, yo. These people.
What if he said this? Oh my God, this dude had the most beautiful dick I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my God, I would not.
I've never used
He would
the word
probably ignore
beautiful
it.
dick.
When my boyfriend does it,
Oh,
if I
get a
say
load of
Nothing
this.
beautiful about it.
when I talk to my boyfriend, if I say something that he thinks is crazy, which I do all the time, he just ignores it and acts like I didn't say it and continues
All
the
right,
conversation.
Fair.
He always does that to me. I'm like, did you hear me?
She'll repeat herself.
I said I'm going to hedonism, you piece of shit.
And my titties is out.
My titties is out.
Right. So hopefully Gigi won't suck the life out of anyone again.
Whoa!
First of all, I didn't suck the life out of him. He came and then he came again, and I tried to get him to come a third time, and he had.
He died on the
died.
third. Wow.
I didn't know coming could make you die.
You have a heart attack?
Well, clearly.
Clear Gigi.
Clear G.
I'm excited about Jamaica.
I would wait till the winter, though. You want to wait till it's cold in New York, or else why go?
Yeah. I was thinking maybe we'll go like in November or something like
Wait
that.
till after. I think the hurricane season ends in early November.
Okay.
So make sure you're.
Okay.
after
I've never
that.
been to Jamaica.
Really?
Well, you about to
Oh, I
go,
love
girl.
Jamaica.
I spent New Year's Eve in Jamaica last year.
Oh, you did? I love
With
Jamaica.
two
I go
chicks.
like twice a year.
Woohoo!
Whoa,
Yeah.
2 chicks, 1 dick.
Uh-uh.
All right, what's more important, stamina or size?
I think with the right size, you don't need stamina.
That's not true.
Depending.
Nobody likes a big whack dick.
No, but I'm saying is that
Yeah, man.
if a guy can make you come really quickly,
A big dick won't just make you come.
sometimes not
How
not
do you know?
not automatically. Obviously, not
I think
automatically.
Your
stamina.
miniature Tabasco.
But if you,
I would choose stamina
if you have a guy
over
with a fucking
huge
little
dick.
tiny dick humping you like a
But we
wild
didn't say
rabbit,
tiny.
See, that's what I was thinking when
Well,
she
but
said.
she didn't say tiny.
stamina.
You just said what's more
stamina
important.
or huge. So if it's like
no, she didn't say that. She said stamina or size.
size.
oh or size.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
oh,
See?
oh.
Now
Sorry.
you-
You gotta throw it
I
on.
heard huge. I heard
Yeah.
huge.
Now we know who the size queen is here.
I heard huge.
Huge.
I heard
Put her hands out as
13-inch
far as
penis.
So what's more important?
Damn, that's really hard because, like,
Yes.
I feel like you need both. I feel like you need a little
I
bit
didn't
of both.
say both.
I mean,
that's not an
I
option.
know, that's
Listen,
hard.
sometimes quickies can be very satisfying.
Right. Not if the guy has a 1-inch penis.
But exactly.
I'm not saying 1 inch. I'm not talking
Yeah,
about
but
a
you're
handicap.
leaving it open to interpretation.
But
by
I'm
saying
saying,
what's
would you
more
rather have a really okay?
What
so
size
a
is the
regular
stamina nigga?
dick, but you know, but he has great stamina, or a really big dick, but he
Yeah, in
quick?
that
I'll take
situation,
that.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
stamina.
in that situation, I want the
I
stamina.
immediately am thinking extremes.
Me too.
You know, when you give
But
me
this
those
question
options,
wasn't for you.
I know,
okay?
but I
'Cause you
like
don't
to
want to know
think
which
about
kind
it.
of dick you want.
I want to see what I'm going to get pegged with.
What do you prefer, Ralph?
Just like I talk about, like I hate heat. I would rather it be 5 degrees than 105.
See,
You know,
I'm the other way around.
I'd rather, if you're asking
I'd
me
rather be
70,
hot,
I'd rather
not
be
me.
70, but that's not the option.
Right.
It's the two extremes.
Mhm.
So when you said it, I'm thinking micro penis
Right.
and it's
Or-
fucking you for
which is
2
hot.
hours,
Right.
which who
Ugh.
cares? Or a huge dick and he lasts 3 pumps.
This is weird to hear you.
Yeah,
say.
he's like, I feel like it's like I'll take the huge dick for 300, Alex.
When I was on Queer
Why
Eye,
does
they
it have
said,
to be 1 inch though?
well, I'm saying
that's
you have to go
dramatic.
extremes. You have to
Okay.
go
Yeah,
extremes.
you got to go extreme.
I don't know why I go to extremes.
Nah, I need the regular with the stamina.
Regular.
Oh, that's just a great situation.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
I would take
Okay, let's just say.
Let's
not say 1 inch. Let's say 4 inches, but great stamina. Or
what else do you have to talk about?
12 inches, but 2 minutes.
What about girth? What if it's 4 inches, but it's like a pencil?
Oh no.
Let's just say it's
4 inches,
a little bit below average
like
girth,
a nice
but
does the big one know how to work it though?
He's too quick to really work it.
Yeah, but you could always fuck him a second or third time.
I'm not gonna lie, like
kills him.
I don't come that quick, like where you could just.
I'm gonna go with the
2
stamina.
minutes.
I'm gonna go with the stamina over the huge guy.
Have you ever had sex with a guy that comes too quick all the time, and you're like, okay, what the fuck?
But what
Can't
about
you
the
control
second
it?
time?
Sometimes I'm annoyed.
All right, that's fair.
All guys don't bounce back like that.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
But I mean, not in 5 minutes, but at least in an hour, they should be able to.
In an hour, I done moved on. I'm cleaning up.
Yeah, one and done. You ain't gonna come back in an hour.
I'm on the phone. I'm
See
on
you in the morning,
Instagram.
babe.
Right. Well, I just said one of my favorite feelings in the world after you have sex with a girl, or as a guy, and you go to the bathroom, and for the guys in the booth can agree with this, and you come out of the bathroom and she's getting dressed, you're like, thank God.
Really?
Versus the girl that's snuggling in the bed. I'm like, oh, this is going to be all night now.
See, that's
But you
your
don't
problem
wanna fuck
right there,
again.
Ralph. That's your problem right
He don't
there.
got no stamina.
Uh-huh.
No, I prefer the girl to leave. It makes me happy.
Not
one and
if
done.
you love her.
No, I sleep better by myself. I just do.
Damn. He's just destined to be alone.
You're gonna be alone
much
forever.
pisses my mother off to no end. She was trying to get to
Just
her.
me and my Tabasco sauce. All right. Well, listen, we appreciate you so much for coming through.
Oh,
this is
thank you
really
for having
fun.
me again.
And make sure you guys check out his column. He's got some really great, funny, and as you can see, informative articles.
Yes, he
was
knows his
spot
shit.
On point.
True.
You know, with everything that he said to Gigi about
Dating a stripper.
Dating a pole princess.
a pole princess.
Yeah, I
I'm
like
a
the
pole
alliteration.
princess too.
Can I say follow me everywhere at I am Ralph Sutton and my podcast, the SDR show, Sex, Drugs, Rock and Roll,
Which will be on soon.
Yeah, it was in the top 200 overall podcast this week because we had a legendary comedian, Andrew Dice Clay, on, which was
Oh my
awesome.
gosh.
Oh, cool.
Really
So
funny.
cool.
Yeah, really crazy dude. And I do it with Big J Okerson, who's a really funny comic. And the
Yes.
three of you should definitely come on the show soon.
Yeah, we're gonna come.
That'd
Oh,
be
we
fun.
can't wait.
Yeah.
I've been there.
We'll all do mushrooms together.
And then,
Oh yes.
now I'm scared because after the last story he told, I'm like, I don't know if I want to play that game. And make sure you guys read this article, What Happened to the Manly Men of America.
Yes.
Because
They're all hella feminine now.
is
right.
that what that means?
Men.
I think the popularity of shows like Queer Eye have made guys a little more feminine.
Or a little, yeah, but do we really like manly men? I like manly men for certain things.
Of
I
course.
like manly men. I don't like girly men.
I like manly men,
manly
but
men does not mean that they're girly. It
What
just
is-
means they're not super
but
manly.
too manly can be like, all right.
Oh, like you OD and like I'm
too
with
macho.
English.
You know what? It's
Like we want men that are decision makers.
right. The worst thing a
Right,
guy
That
could
are
say,
powerful, that take control.
That's not manly.
that's manly. If we say to a
that's
guy,
manly.
what do you want to do tonight? He says, oh, honey, I don't know. Whatever you want to do.
That's
you don't
feminine.
want
No,
that.
that's a
You don't want
girly
that.
answer. Take charge.
Yeah, I need a man.
Yeah, but again, in this hashtag Me Too movement, we can't do that.
Hashtag.
Y'all are in so much trouble after this.
all I know is if my boyfriend wants to borrow my pocketbook, like little Uzi Vert,
That's not what we're talking about.
that's not manly.
You know what?
Sorry, sis.
All right. Well, again, Ralph Sutton, thank you so much.
Thanks for
we
having
really
me again.
enjoyed it.
And you did my show once before.
I did it. We're all coming back together.
Yeah, and Charlemagne did it once too, which was cool. He was interesting. And you all three are going to come on soon.
We're
Just
gonna
get them
come on.
mushrooms ready. We
I will.
there.
They say that now. And I just for some advice on that, because sometimes people get mad that I say I tried it and liked it. Just don't do a lot. That's all. I
That's the
think
key.
that's one of the keys when you're trying something you've never done before. Don't overdo it.
I'm taking one. Is that
It's not like that.
I did a.
I'll take
half of a
one.
dose. I
Right.
did half
half
Don't
of
do
a
a
dose.
full dose.
How
Just try
is
a
it?
little
Like-
bit.
Oh, is
It tastes awful.
It's like mushrooms, but you gotta put it
They grow in
in-
shit and they taste terrible.
Oh, I
But
didn't
you
know
just
that
have to-
part.
you got
Yeah.
it grows in shit.
It grows in shit.
You got to
and
put
tastes
it in something like making a brownie or some tea or something like that.
Yeah.
You can't just eat it.
I just ate it, but yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, you just ate it straight. So how many did you eat though?
It was whatever
He said a half a
they
dose.
weighed out a dose and I took half.
Half of it. Okay.
I don't even take
But
that much because
still-
I'm very small.
Yeah,
right?
I'm a
And
big
the
dude.
amount
So
you're
for me, but
showing
We could
seems
split a
like
half a
lot.
dose.
yeah.
Okay.
I feel fine with that
Fucking
because then at least you
nervous now.
know.
And then
I
we'll all
wanna
do
do it.
heroin together.
Okay, no.
Okay, slow
Oh,
down.
nah. That's some white people shit.
Slow it down.
White boying with Ralph Sutton. On
Next
the
thing
next
you know,
lip
we'll be
service.
strung out.
No, thank you.
Lip service.